Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create a needle chart, or someone may call it thermometer chart or battery chart. So the scenario here is very simple. It's a common scenario where we make charts for how much you have for the target amount or anything, and how much you have achieved for an actual amount for that year. So this is the common way that we are going to present it usually. Like, it's you just select the data and then you go to insert and then you enter a cluster column chart, and this is what you got, right? But sometimes, especially when you have multiple years, this can be quite long, and it actually is not that intuitive to see whether you have achieved the target or not. So today I'm going to show you a better way to present it, which is like this. So here, actually for each of those years, you actually have those two columns, the target and actual combined and overlapped, and you can see what the target is for the outside, and then you can see whether you have achieved the target by showing your actual within the same column but like in a different color. This is also a better way because it saves the real estate, because it has less columns than here. So now actually let me show you how to do this. So you actually still start with this chart. And what you need to do is really just reformat it. So now let's select the target columns and go to format data series. The first step you need to do is to go make sure the series are overlapping. Eventually you need to overlap to 100%. To 100% here, but then here, just for better illustration purpose, I would do that at the end. And then for gap width, this is actually just for your preference of how much gap you want to have between the columns. I usually prefer a fatter column, and this is what I choose, but you can do whatever you want. So for this, if you see what we have here, you want to have the target column to be a white column with black border, right? So let's do that now. So you still have the target selected. You go to fill, make sure your fill is white, and make sure you have a border of black, and then you can choose maybe a 1.25 border so that you can still see it, but it's not too thick. So now you have the border ready, and then you go back to the actual. Make sure you have the actual selected, and then you want to have it in orange, which is fine. And you need to make sure, one thing you need to do here is to make sure you have selected solid border for it, and then you have white as the border. And you also need to make sure the width that you select here is maybe 6 or even wider. I will show you why that's the case. You can choose to be 8 or even greater as well. Okay, so now that's what your border is for this column. And then the next very important thing that you need to do is to still make sure you select the whole theory of actual, but then make sure when you have it here for the series options, select second axis. So you make sure you have the second axis selected, and then now you have the series, and then now you can go for 100% overlap for your columns. And then here now is where we need to. So now if you don't do anything, you see like the actual column is still hiding the target column, but that's not what we want, right? Like, we actually want the border to show for the target. So this is where you go back here, select the column, and then go to the series option here, and then make sure you change the gap width for the actual column, and until you can see the border for the target. And the reason that you have to make the series actual to be to have a border of column white and of width of 6 points is that you can see the end. So now you actually have the end of the column as you have a wide gap between the target and the actual. If you don't have the width as something thicker, you wouldn't have this gap and it wouldn't look as nicer. Okay, so now we pretty much get what we want. Let me just adjust the border to be something that I'm completely comfortable with. Well, I'm not, because you can see there I still actually have some, I think the border is still hiding the top. So let me make sure my border is thinner, but then I'm still showing everything as I need. Okay, so now that's done. But then there's one thing very important to look into here is, like, remember we have target and actual on two different axes. You have to make sure they are exactly the same. Otherwise, the comparison wouldn't be the same. So for example, if we have 140 as a top, we need to change this axis to be 140 as well. So you select the axis and then you go to axis option and then make sure you change that to 140. Okay, so now you have exactly the same comparison for the measurements, and then you can remove the secondary one because it will be the same. And then now the last step is to add the data into it, which is actually just the usual way you do it. Select the series, add data. You have the number here, and then you go to, you select the data, and then you go to the position, label position, and you have it. I like to have it inside end, and then I want to select, want the color to be, no, I don't want the fill to be right, but I want to, no, actually I don't want any fill. I want the text to be white, and I want it to be Arial black or even smaller. Yeah. And then I also want the same thing for my targets, so I do exactly the same thing. Select it, add data. I want to add it to be the kind of font I like, and I want to make sure they are at a position that I like, which is the outside end. Yeah, outside end. So for some, I might need to adjust a little bit because they're overlapping. But then here is, you can see instantly that for this year and this year, and they are, and this year they're overperforming the targets. And then for all the other years, they are below target. And then for this year and this year, they are at target. So this is very intuitive, and I think it's very visual, very pretty, and I hope that you like it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you like it. If you have any question, please leave me a comment, and I will talk to you very soon.